Hello.
with me today. And Linda Bishop's already subscribed to your channel.
Oh, thank you, Linda.
Yeah. So happy Labor Day to everybody, especially us mothers who labored in more ways than one most of the time, and
Hey,
also
that's
worked
the truth.
outside the home. So, and of course to all the workers. And I hope you're enjoying your beautiful day off if you're not working. So yeah. So please help me welcome my beautiful friend Jen B, visionary gal.
Hello.
Yeah, who I'm sure you recognize her name from the chat because she's in there all the time and saying hello to everybody. And she also has brought her orbs and Mother Mary to the Dream Show. So, yay. We're so happy to have you, Jennifer.
I'm here.
She's got a little kitty cat that might make its way up onto her, if she does. And that's, I told Jen, that just happens all the time. So. Yeah.
It does. This cat doesn't come near me until I'm on here. It's like, he's like, oh, let me make an appearance.
There you go. Because I'm proud of you and I want to show myself off anyway. So there you go. All right. So I want to say hi, Linda Bishop. I want to say hi to Acadian Proud and hi to Julianne. And you're sending protective love and calming, protective and positive white light to the guides and angels to protect the protesters and the media. God bless you, honey. That's beautiful. And yes, we should be doing that right now. So, yeah. Jen's frozen. Hopefully she'll be back. Hi, Mary Thornberry. How are you, dear? I hope you're taking a little bit of time to relax. We have Anita here. And very good admonition here, Acadian Proud. Thank you. Here's Vicky. Here's Rossi. Happy September to you. She'll be back. Hi, Carl. It's good to see you, dear. Hi, CJ. And Amanda. And I know that Jen would want to say hi to you folks as well. Yeah. Hi, Sue Toffee. Wonderful to see you. Carol B, welcome. Let's see. Sarah's here too. Sarah's here. I was talking to Jen before the show, and I was saying that I think it would be a great idea for those of you who have new channels that are opening up to have a tutorial on some things that I've learned over the last 5 years that you may not be aware of. In having a new channel. And so, I'd love to do that. I'll pick a time we can all meet, maybe on a weekend, and we'll do a Zoom call. You can ask questions. I can give you some tips. I just went in both feet first, and I didn't have anybody letting me know about certain things that I needed to do that would help me, that would bring me maybe more subscribers. So anybody that's interested in that, whether you watch Vicky, okay, good. If you're watching now or you're watching later, reach out to me at Heart and Soul Connected. Once I get 4 or 5 or whatever people that want it, then we can definitely do that. It's all right, sweetheart. That happens all the time.
Oh,
yeah, I know.
I'm back.
And I did tell everybody that you would have wanted to recognize each one as I went through it. So. So
yes, anyway. Hello everyone.
Yeah. So this is really only Jen's second show. She was on with Linda Kennedy. And who else were you on with? Sarah? No, not Sarah. There's somebody else you were reading with. Are you frozen again? Oh no. Wow. I don't get it. All right. This may be harder than we think.
What is going on?
Okay. You froze. You're on again. I can hear you now. Yeah.
Sherry, can you check and see if Ariel's on gaming or anything? If maybe that's interference. It just booted me out again. Thank you.
That might be, honey. Yeah. If you have
you're frozen on my end now.
But you can hear me? Okay. All right. Sweetie. Yeah. All right. All right. So I'm trying to find the show you guys are on. Viviani, hi, honey. Hi, play, love, remember. It's good to see you too. Anita, it's 91 and supposed to get to 100. I'm sorry. Ooh. Can you both see Jennifer and I? Just somebody let me know if you can both hear and see Jennifer and I.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yeah. And Paul Freed says, oh, wow. So that's Jen B. Great. Nice to see y'all. That's great, Paul.
Nice to see you.
Yeah.
It's good to put a face to the name. It is.
It is. It is. Yeah. I agree with you 100%.
Well, now Paul's going to have to come on so I can see what he looks like.
Oh, that's true. He'll have to come on your show. Yeah. And Edward's here. It's wonderful to see you as the same, sir. It's beautiful in Ohio, Mary says. Yes, there are a lot of people who have a lot of, thanks, Amanda, who are new. There's Vicky. I mean, she's fairly new. There's Jen. Right. There's Linda. Who were you on with the other day?
Linda Kennedy.
But who was the other?
readings?
But it was someone else.
Hibiscus and Judy in the Sky.
And Judy. That's who it was. Judy in the Skies and Hibiscus. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So thank you, Deanne. DFL. That's great. Thanks, everybody. So we got 25 people here. That's wonderful. So thanks for being here. Yeah. I have put Jennifer's link in to her channel, but I'm going to tell you guys, if you follow the thread to her, go in and highlight, actually, once you get to her page, highlight the URL, get out of there, and use the URL and go back in it and subscribe, because sometimes when you subscribe from a link on another channel, it goes, you disappear in a day or two. So, and her channel's not easy to find just yet because, like, she's very new. She's been on here with us for a long time. It must be at least 2 years you've been
about a year and a half. Yeah,
I think so.
When I found you, I was still healing wound-wise from my cancer treatment. So
that's right.
And since then, I've had a couple times back.
That's right. So. I remember. Mm-hmm. And Sarah says, you're such an amazing reader. That's wonderful. And Sherry's here. Thanks, Sherry.
Hi, Sherry. Yeah. She's upstairs.
That's all right. It's all right. We're glad she's with us today. So we're going to do a little bit of chit-chat about Jen's background. And yes, when she first came on, she was healing from breast cancer. And I think you just had an operation? I can't even remember, Jennifer.
Well, actually, I kind of threw a little timeline together to help set the stage of where I literally was at when I found you.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
So mid 2019, my mom passed, and she was my right hand. She was the other parent to my kids. It was a huge loss. And I was a little lost during that time. In 20 is the COVID, the lockdown. Okay. Then I lost my dad due to COVID. In 20, fall of 20.
Jennifer, I didn't know that.
Yeah. And then in May of 21, after my first vaccine, I was you can go out. We didn't at that point still know. It was very early. Came to see Sherry. That's the one thing I wanted to do. We hung out for the day. 2 days later, went home. This is TMI, but stood up off the toilet. Now, mind you, I've had 11 surgeries before that on my left leg alone. Okay. So it was a wounded thing. Stood up off the toilet, pivoted to wash my hands, severed my ACL, severed my MCL, macerated my meniscus, and broke my knee in 3 spots. I'm a big woman. It took me a long time to get from that bathroom to the living room and into the recliner, to which that's all I did was get to the bathroom and to the kitchen. And had it not been from my children that were still living at home, my grandson or Sherry, friends that could come over after work and that, because they all worked.
Yeah, sure.
I don't know where I would have been. Went to the ortho. The ortho threw me an immobilizer and told me, we can stick you in a nursing home at 50 years old. No, thank you.
No way. No,
so I got my mom. Now my mom was a little 5'3", 100 pounds little lady walker, and I took my big butt and used that walker and figured out how to get maneuvered. And no, you're not doing this. I'm slept in the recliner and basically could get about 50 feet throughout the day in my house for over a year.
Mm-hmm.
Started getting better, healing, started feeling like I could face world a little bit. In January of 2023, I had a mammogram scheduled. Now I honestly blew it off. And I rescheduled it for February. And in February, I made every excuse in the book. Now, mind you, in the past, I had biopsies. I had, let's do the ultrasound. I had those things, but I didn't take them serious. So then I blew that one off in February, rescheduled it for beginning of May. Leading up to that May appointment, I'd see commercials on TV left and right about breast cancer and getting your mammogram. I read articles about how people during COVID were avoiding their mammograms and how they were having an influx of people. It was like in my face, in my head, wake up in the morning thinking about this damn mammogram. So I reluctantly went in. I almost rescheduled that one. And I went in. And before you get out of there, they tell you, it looks good, or we need more, whatever.
Right.
They told me I needed a biopsy, and I knew. I just knew. So went to the biopsy, got all that done, come home. 2 days later, I get my chart. I get notified I have cancer with no one around, not from a doctor, from the My Chart notification.
Oh, my God.
I called Sherry. She left work, came, she's my best friend. So she came to help me and all that. From there on, I had surgery in August of 2023, but I faced every single appointment. That oncology, 3 oncologists, 3 PAs, 3 nurses, the surgeon, all on my own, by myself, no one in there, feeling really defeated. And how am I supposed to face all this? And I had my angels that would help me afterwards when I get home from things, but I did it all by myself. But I felt like I was lost in the world. And why was I keep getting hit with all these huge things?
Yes.
That's what was going through my head.
Sure, of course.
Feeling defeated, feeling like one thing after another. One was I going to catch a break, but I never asked why. Never in my life have I ever asked why. And then after surgery, it basically burst open, and it was open for 4 months. When I went into treatments, it was still wide open. When I went into over a month of radiation every day, it was still wide open. Had I not had fairies in my life to help me, I don't know what I would have done. But something changed inside of me. I found strength through different people and just get through each day. But instead of looking for others to help me not feel alone, when I walked out the last day of my treatments to the bell to ring, and there wasn't a doctor, there wasn't a nurse, there wasn't a tech, there wasn't a family member, there wasn't a friend. I'm not saying any of this to down anyone, but that's what I faced. I rang that bell by myself and not a person in the entire hallway. And from that moment on, something inside me changed, and I realized that I didn't need everybody else. They were extra bonuses. They were additions. They were blessings in my life. I had everything I needed inside of me. But I had put that person or that spirit or that knowing on a shelf when I became a mom at 19 years old. From there on, there was things that would eat at me, and spirit would come to me. And my mom, she followed the moon, but she was a devout Catholic. And so, you didn't lead into that. I'm a recovering one. All those kinds of things, you know what I mean? I knew what I knew. I'd tell my kids, nope. And they didn't believe me. And finally, now they're telling me you were right. But when all of that completed I was still dealing with radiation healing when I found you in February of last year. I sat in front of my TV with YouTube, scrolling through it, and you appeared, and I clicked on you, and from that moment I felt like I was at home. Like I would find answers. I would awaken to things. Sorry, I'm a blubbering baby, but you don't know how impactful you truly were to me. And it's like I had found home. And then 2 days later, it was suggested for Linda G. And in that, I don't remember what exact one it was, but in that show, she was talking about her feeling when she was fighting the breast cancer and how she smelt the dirt on earth on her hands and all that. I didn't have that. It was just I didn't have to feel defeated and alone anymore. I knew I had a tribe behind me, and I knew then from there on it was you and Linda G, and then I saw Sun Psychic Gene, and from there it has never been. I've never felt alone, and I finally feel like I had found a family other than my chosen family that I had, because pretty much besides my kids, everybody else is gone. And in May, things lined up, an apartment, the whole 9 yards, the place I'd lived for 20 years. They sold the place. We had 3 days to decide. I wasn't even supposed to lift more than 10 pounds, but I packed up a 3-bedroom townhouse and purged everything down to a 5x10 storage locker and moved in with my best friend, who I can't thank that woman enough for everything she's done for me. But she finally gave me the ability to find me and remember me, to find the simple things. I hadn't had my feet in grass or smelt cut grass or touched a flower or sat in the sun in 3 years before that. 4 years before that. I had dealt with all of those things that she finally gave me the ability to sit and heal far more than physical and deep in my soul and find me. And from that moment on, it's like everything that I already knew in my life or from lives before appeared again and is mounting exponentially through many different things. And you can go into all those different things, the orbs, the sitting outside, seeing orbs up in the trees, the ambulance coming by and they're shooting across the sky, and the codes and keys that started appearing like kaleidoscopes, and I'm drawing pictures and bringing them to your show, and driving out in the country. Sherry and I like to go on adventures, and there's this place called Lost Road in Dundee, Wisconsin, and some people are familiar with that name. There's a lot of ET and Palladian and things like that happen out there. Anyways, driving down the road, and I'm feeling all these, the most intense vibrations. I don't know, the words fail me, that I can tell you. Sherry was feeling them too. My head was stuck to my shoulder. It was the most intense vibrations and feeling and sense, and I can't explain it. I stuck my hand out the window with the phone and caught the apparition of Mother Mary. I mean, there's been so many things. Just last night, Sherry and I started talking about, have you seen the black shadow that keeps walking around outside? And I keep catching out of the corner of my eye. Well, she's now catching it too.
So you're elevating each other even more is what you're doing.
Well, and we live in a house that's 180 years old. So there's lots. There's a lot. Yeah. So there's where I'm at. That's my Cliff Note version, and Jennifer, all the tears and blubbering to add the emotions to go with it.
What you have described is resilience in times of adversity, because you got so many whammies, and you even had a more recent whammy when you had a problem and had to go back to the hospital because they worried about sepsis. And we all were here, clamoring for the angels and guides to come in and help you and take care of you. But I didn't know that you hadn't been outside for 3 years, but it makes sense since you hadn't felt that well either. And the fact that you highlighted the importance of nature and the importance of getting out and get your feet, so to speak, dirty.
The little things, sun
Yeah.
on you, to breathe in cow manure air. Who wants to smell that? But I mean, when you live,
you're alive though, right?
Yes,
when you smell it. Yes, absolutely. And
I'd wake up in the middle of the night and be drawn outside. I still do. It happens still to this day.
Yeah. Well, it's only going to grow more because you are a wounded warrior. And most of us that when we come to this place in time where we start listening to the messages that kept showing up, when you kept seeing the breast exam message over and over and over, and finally you listen to it, because that could have been horrendous for you. Even worse. Even worse than it truly was. But oh, that's cute. I love the smell of a farm, Vicky says. There's something nice about it.
I never realized how appreciative I can be to pull a weed. To be able to stand there, bend over, my butt in the air, knowing somebody's driving by, because I live on Main Street, seeing that's not a pretty sight, as I'm pulling weeds out of the ground. I appreciate those simple things. And I can also laugh at myself too. I'm not always a blubbering idiot over here.
I'm glad you brought that up, Jennifer, because I had a friend who was really having a hard time emotionally. And she went outside and she started being called to pull weeds. And she's grabbing all these weeds and she's pulling them out and she's pulling them out and she's pulling them out. She needed grounding. So whenever you're being called to do that, or you feel compelled to do that, recognize you're maybe too much in your head or out in airy-fairy, and you need some grounding. And
every day, unless it's raining or snowing, I'm out there.
So you're balancing yourself out is what you're doing when you're doing that. And you're making it look prettier in the grass as well.
Well, getting a little tan too. That's
Sherry's going to tell on you though. Sherry says she gets honked by drive-by bears. I love that. That's wonderful. Yes, Sherry has been a real angel in your life. And, I remember when you didn't know what you were going to do because you had to get out of your place. And she stepped up.
I just out of faith knew. Well, here's one. Say, oh, God bless you. Kitty saying hi.
Hi, kitty cat. She's so cute.
There you go. Okay. Where were we now? Sorry, I'm distracted by the kitty who's trying to come back.
It's okay. But I know that was hard to reiterate it, but it's actually the reason I wanted you to say it, and I know you understand, is because no matter how bad things are, there's always ourselves. And we have to trust in our own self and know that we are worthy to take care of ourselves, and that things aren't always the same. They eventually change. And I think it's hard when you lose your mother, you lose your father, you lose your home, you have physical injury, you have this, you have that. Holy shit, that's a whole bunch all at once. And but you showed
the thing I realized is I was thrown into survival, and when I landed here, I finally was able to live. Now I had to take it baby steps. I mean, literally, when I found out I had cancer, I had no car. I had to go 35 to 40-minute drive to Milwaukee every day for treatments. I had no idea how I was going to get there, how I was going to get back, who was going to wound care me. I mean, I had to. At the time, my grandson was 6 years old and helping wound care me when I got home from hospital until Sherry could get there. For real. Like putting 4x4s soaked in saline on my bits and pieces. I mean, because I couldn't hold them and do. I mean, I had to really crawl, and I could barely. I couldn't walk to the dumpster. I couldn't nothing, but I had to figure out how to do it and how to maneuver, and it all worked out. And so I guess what I'm saying is, if I could tell anybody, is don't postpone your appointment.
Sure.
Don't.
Yeah. No.
Because had I not, who knows what level I would have been. And it got pretty ugly for a while. I mean, no, I wasn't stage 4, but it could have very well been. And secondly, strength doesn't come from what others who can give you. Strength comes from within and what you can give to others.
Thank you. That's beautiful, Jennifer.
It's true.
And this is not an easy conversation. No. And so I just want you to know how much I appreciate that. I'm seeing here that there are others who've gone through a lot alone, and it shows how much strength you have. And I know you and us and anybody that's gone through a situation like that, we're kind of at the point where we say, I don't want to be strong anymore. Stop testing me. But you said you never questioned it. So
I've never in my life, and I've been through a lot of, we all have our stories. We all have our paths, their journeys, or lessons we have to learn. But I have been through some bad words, lots of bad words, and had to raise a lot of kids on my own and do a lot of things. And, but I've never said why. I've never, because I always felt I don't want the answer.
Right. Yeah.
I don't want to know what the answer is, because that scares me, because then there's another thing that I got to learn on why. So
there's a thing that one of my friends always says, just another effing growth experience. That's what she said.
That's the truth. That is
and who some days we don't need that. We don't want that. Go away. Leave me alone.
And when did I went back to when I had broke my leg? I destroyed my leg. Okay.
Wow.
They told, when I went into the orthopedic and they put the immobilizer on, that when you'd stand up and fall down your leg, it didn't do any damn good for me. They handed me a referral to gastric bypass. Okay. Obviously I need to lose weight. I do know what I look like. However, that was not helping me in the point. And I'm 50 years old and you want to stick me in a nursing home? I'll be damned. I'll be damned. I had not survived all this crap to not persevere. And so that gives you a whole new perspective on life. It really does. Truly does.
It really does. It humbles you in a lot of ways. Well, there's some comments here in the chat I want to say. Deanne says she just found out a family member has cancer. What's the best thing to do or say about the cancer that might offer some comfort, because it's a very scary time? And anybody in the chat can answer this that has, had this issue. I imagine that it must be hard. Well, here's what I don't like, and this happens a lot. It didn't happen, hopefully, to you, and I don't think it did. But people find out you have something like cancer, and they say, oh, I'm sorry to hear that, but then they drop out of your life. It's like, I don't want to talk about that.
I didn't post it at all on my social media because I didn't want to be defeated by the people that I loved and cared or thought cared about me. So a lot of people didn't know. Right. Secondly, a lot of people didn't even know I had broke my leg, but I was stuck in a house for many years. I had not been to a grocery store from the moment we went on lockdown till last spring when I moved in here by Sherry's. I had not. I had a daughter who was immune suppressed with Crohn's disease, and I couldn't risk anything. Yeah. Plus all my appointments running back and forth to doctors, that was enough risk. So I didn't go into grocery stores. Since I moved in here a year ago, it's the first time I've had a life again. Some of it chosen, but some of it not. And
right.
I learned to appreciate the simple.
Absolutely.
I'm still sleeping in a recliner. I'm still sleeping in a recliner. Yes. Okay. I can't lay down like that. Like, there's a lot of things, but instead of looking at it as I'm sleeping in a recliner, negative, it's I have a recliner that holds my body well that I can sleep in. That's the difference.
Yes, absolutely. I went through circumstances like that. we had an RV. We didn't have anything else. We had no car. We had nowhere to live. We had nothing. And I was glad we had the RV. I mean, it was at the time I was paying a lot of money for it, you know, because I still owed on it. But I had a roof over my head. That was really important to me, you know. So
and as far as what I can say as far as advice for me, learning and knowing that certain people were there in the best that they could be, maybe not when I needed, how I needed, but was the best that they could be, was truly a lesson for me, and appreciating the simple things like that. Yeah, I kind of felt sorry for myself sitting all day, going to all these appointments, coming back home exhausted, weeping everywhere, you know, from parts I didn't want, you know, there was a lot of crap, but I had people that I knew and just get through 3 hours and they would be there to help me. And so I guess my advice to everybody is be there for the person as best you can. If it's a phone call every day, or if it's just listening, or if it's hey, send over a DoorDash to them, or make a meal or something. Because Mike, I had grown kids that walked away. I had grown kids that when I said, you know, in a chat, I'll never forget sitting outside that first appointment for the doctor when I was meeting with all these oncologists and that by myself. No one's sitting there listening and helping, because, you know, when you get all that thrown at your head, you can't remember even a quarter of it. I didn't have any of that. I recorded on my phone.
Good for you.
But I was sitting out in the waiting room and looking around, and there wasn't a single person that didn't have someone supporting them. So I said in a Snapchat or in a chat to my adult children, all of them were adult, that, you know, something to the fact that I felt alone, and they almost all of them stopped talking to me for many weeks, because I think they felt guilty within themselves. But I realized I had to let go and just let them be, because a lot of them can't handle the thought of it's mom, or it's my favorite aunt, or they can't handle it, because it makes them have to look at their own vitality, their own mortality.
I was just going to say that's why people run away, and they're afraid for some reason. Because they only see, well, cancer equals death. They're not seeing the potentiality that it isn't always
cancer
that.
Saved my life.
It really did.
Cancer saved my life. The cancer gave my life back is actually the truth.
That's right.
I finally am living. It's not what I wanted to be. I'm not where I need to go, but I'm on my way. And I finally, even between tears, can appreciate every day that I have. And I'm happy and thankful. So,
do you have a support group, Annie wonders? Do you have a support group that you meet with?
It's called Heart and Soul Connected. Holding your space, travel. I mean, do you mean that's where, you know, and my chosen family. Now, you know, my kids and things like that, they understand and they appreciate me and the change in me. I don't see them as often because I don't live where I used to live in that. But when I do, they notice big changes in me.
I bet they do.
Good.
I bet they do. Yeah. Wow. Mary says we lack a community, true community. We really lack. And yes, you did not need anyone, and you were strong. But true community would be able to supply someone, even if we didn't know them. I get you.
There are very huge, loving, supportive groups that they throw at you in binders when you become diagnosed with any kind of cancer. There are many, many resources. YMCA has a lot of them. At least here in Wisconsin, you can get free membership here. Like that's not good. Just the limited breast cancer, Susan G. Komen stuff. Like there's a lot of resources here, but I can't speak for across the board or whatever. Right. But for me, I didn't have the capacity to, this sounds selfish, but I didn't have the capacity to take on other people's cancers at the time. I could do little bits in the waiting rooms outside of the treatments and things like that with other people that were set on the same schedules as I was on. However, being in a room with a whole bunch of people, I'm such an empath. I couldn't take that on because I started feeling everything everybody else.
Sure,
Even
you did.
passing in the hallways, I can't.
And you know what? We are brought up to be caregivers, and we oftentimes don't take care of ourselves very well, as you have attested to. I've attested, in people in the chat. Yeah, and this is not selfish to do this. It's perfectly
right.
It's the right thing to do. Sue says, I understand what an achievement it is to make it from the bed to the bathroom regarding mobility. You were guided to your appointment, and here you are, and we surround you with love. And all of them are in there saying that. Yeah, this community really is blessed. It really is blessed to have each other.
I truly appreciate
she found most by following crumbs through the forest. Each YouTube friend has been a stepping stone forward. And I love that.
That's amazing.
Yes, that's right. Edward says he's I just saw him post something. What to do? Barbara supported her brother and put him on comfort care and knew my job was to be there to support him. That's what we need. Hi, Venus, too. And Val, Illumination Portal. Edward says she sends you a big dose of, why do I keep losing over here? A big dose of love and light.
Aw, thank you. I want to know, are you doing your meditation walks, Edward?
Oh. I'm always teasing Edward about things, so you can too. That's why we love him.
I do.
He's like our little brother, is what he is. Yeah. Anyway, we are going to do a few readings today, everybody. So thank you for, and what I really love is that much as it's hard to watch someone cry, it's also very cathartic to be able to talk about it to people who listen and understand. And so, Jennifer, thank you. That's a hard thing to do. And I admire you so much for agreeing to do it. Yes. Absolutely.
Well, that was something else I was going to say is that when you initially are going in for your like radiation, they take you into a 1.5 hour long appointment where they're figuring out quadrants, and they have you up on this big machine thing so that each time you're placed in that same thing, so they have targeted for the radiation. Okay. I cried hysterical. That's the appointment I was at when my kids were crappy to me, when I was waiting out in the waiting room. I cried through that 1.5 hour long appointment so much that I think that was the first time I was able to let go of things that came from childhood all the way through. I cried that entire time. And after that, I didn't look for the exterior. I looked within.
Yeah.
I looked within.
Good for you. I mean, it is a good catharsis to be able to do it. Right. But at the same time, it's, I got another thing starred here. I want you to see. Maureen, who went through her own sort of set of hell with her teeth and other things. Yeah. Said she was so supportive when I was going through my health issues. And that's why we're here, everybody. We're here to send out love, to show encouragement and to show caring. And we've all gone through something. But at the same time, we all need to have some support, whether it just be a smile, a hello, whatever it is. Yeah.
Right. But I need everyone to know, yes, medical things are things my whole life. I mean, when I applied for Social Security, I was approved in 6 weeks. I had 29 diagnoses and none of them were mental. Although, someone begged to differ, but but I had to learn not to live in that victim thing. I had to learn to live not there.
Absolutely. The other thing is, everything that the universe, God, your higher power, they just kept pushing you until you finally relented. And sometimes it takes that, an illness or a loss in order for us to move. And then we wonder what the hell was wrong with us? Why did we wait so long?
Right. That's true.
Yeah, that's very true. All right. Well, Jennifer also is a reader. I want
all.
you to understand that she, because she can see orbs. She can see, as she says, things are just opening up exponentially, as they are with her friend Sherry.
I've always known things and didn't know how I knew them. Wake up and have a feeling about someone, not entirely sure what I was feeling, but I had to call them at 2 a.m. because I just had to,
Yes.
Things have always been a part, things I'd see, but I guess I truly feel that when I became a mom, I put myself aside in all that. And now I feel like I'm finally able to remember me, that side of me, and as I am, it's like so many things. So basically, like I see things, I hear things, I don't get smells yet. I dabble in tarot, I dabble in cards. I have a pendulum that's still missing. I think Pleiadians took it. I do dosing rods. I'm a master of none, but I dabble in a lot. So
that's funny. For Paul, it was weight loss years ago, 375 pounds, and today 124 pounds.
Wow.
Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing. Wow. And that was before all the shots and things like that you can take.
Right. Right.
And Linda said you're an amazing reader. So look at that.
Thank you, Linda. Linda had me on her show 2 weeks ago.
I know. And the people that I have seen come in are doing exactly what it is that I love to do, is collaborate. There's no competition. It's an enjoyable situation. And again, I'm going to say, if you have a new channel and you would like to have a tutorial with me at some point, we can do a Zoom class. Just reach out and let me know if you want to be added to that. And let's do a few readings. All right.
Okay.
So, Leah, you want a reading for your new apartment? Oh, all right. Let's see what we can find out. Have you moved in already, Leah?
That was my question.
Yeah. She told, okay, Linda Swan, I'll put you on the list, honey. All right. Wow, Play, you've lost 50? Wow.
Yay.
Hi, Kelly McCall. All right. Yeah, no, I started, I've had gastric bypass twice. And my most weight was 239 pounds. And I'm only 5'2". And so I kind of look like Laurel and Hardy all in one. Anyway, I had one when it first came out in 96, and I had one in 16. And I lost a lot, but I still wanted to lose more. So that's when I started to, in January of 24, started taking the generic form GLP shots. And I've lost, I was started at 160 and I weigh 119 now. So pretty good weight loss. All right. I got the success and victory, Leah. I think that pulled this for you last time, that this is going to be your place. It's going to be your palace, that you'll have power there, material gain. It will be a wonderful union for you between yourself and where you live. And it will stop you from feeling powerless, because the only handcuffs that we wear are the ones we put on ourselves. Yeah. Go ahead, Jen.
Okay. I got for you, Leah, the Page of Cups. That's new ventures. That's new beginnings. That's creativity. Then I got 8 of Cups.
Very nice.
And that's your cut your losses. And the third one I got was releasing. Yeah. And at the bottom it says let go, moving on, and walking away. So I feel not only is this a new physical place of residence, I think it's a new avenue for you spiritually, because it's going to awaken things inside of you, new beginnings, it's always a jumping point when we move. Trust me.
Yeah, it definitely is.
I think
it's almost like a whole new beginning can occur. And that happened to you.
Did she ever say if she actually moved yet or not?
Let me see. I don't see her. Maybe hopefully she's here. No, I don't see her. Yeah.
I don't see her either.
She was, I believe when I've read for her before, she found the apartment and she was happy with the apartment. So I'm not sure she's moved in just yet though. Anita K, that's fabulous that you lost the weight you did. Yeah.
Gained about 50.
It's not easy, especially if you love like a lot of chocolate and a lot of carbs like I do. Oh God. I could eat bags of potato chips for my lunch, but you know, try
living with someone who doesn't struggle with weight gain, struggles with keeping it on.
Or they'll say, "Oh, I'm just not hungry." Yeah,
no, that little thing can eat. She grazes like we're at the smorgasbord. It's just little bits. I sit down with a plate. She grazes on little bits. That girl can eat.
That's funny. Yeah. So she's got a good metabolism.
She does. Yeah. She goes.
All right. So a landlord wants to evict her again. Will I be able to stay for another year? I need to get my new job. Will it also? Sue, I am so sorry you're going through this. Does this have anything to do with the cats at all? That you have too many cats? Or go ahead, honey.
Personality is what's in my head.
Personalities.
I feel like this landlord doesn't respect her.
Mm-hmm. Val, yeah, you can eat carbs and chocolate on Ozempic, but it makes you feel sick to your stomach. So, yeah. All right. So I have Wi-Fi first, Sue. I'm getting that you need to be looking for other place to live, and you need to have. And I know that it's difficult at this period of time because you're also looking for a job. So I'm going to give you some advice that I gave Jen many months ago. You have a friend that might be able to allow you to stay there until you can find your own place at some point. So there's that. Follow your intuition, because that will be, if this person feels icky, your landlord feels icky to me, like not very nice. I know you have some time pressure, but it says when the time is right, you're going to have all the resolutions that you need. The problem is, I don't know how long that will take. So if you could get some of your stuff maybe into a storage unit and stay with someone for a while, perhaps that would be best for you.
I think it has a lot to do with your landlord too, and personality. I feel like, icky. I pulled 3 of Wands. Okay. And I feel you have to walk away to allow others to help you. You have to walk away to allow others to help you. The next one I got was shocking.
Oh.
And on here it says turmoil, trouble, and unexpected. Okay. And then I was drawn to draw the second one, was divine feminine. So, and it says feminine energy, yin. I guess I feel like the reason that this person keeps coming back at you, because you said yet again with trying to evict you, because you're not heeding the warning, you're not walking away. It kind of like my situation, it just kept coming back at me until I made the choice to move and to do better.
To do something.
And I feel like the turmoil you're facing, the not finding the job, the not things aren't lining up the way that they should, is because you need to relocate before those things will line up, not those things coming into play in order to line everything up. Does that make sense?
Yeah. She does live in a small house in the back of the property. She has no one. I have a few months rent paid, so okay for now. I'm sorry. I don't know how they do things in Australia when it comes to getting help to find a place or getting extra money to for deposits, or if there's any kind of program that the government there does for people to help,
like HUD or something like that.
Yeah. And I don't know about Australia, but maybe you could look into something like that, Sue. They have a thing here called Section 8, and Section 8, they help pay part of your, I think there's a fella I know, and he has to pay 30% of his rent in order to stay in his house.
It's 33% of your rent.
Okay. Yeah.
Or of your income. 33% of your income is the rent.
Yeah. Yep. So money is the issue or something else. I would say that it's more this man is harassing her, and or this landlord, if it's a man or a woman. And even others have said in the chat, it feels like harassment. Yeah. All right.
That's
here
why
we go.
I feel if she moves on to a new place, whatever that situation is, it could be a stepping stone before she moves to something permanent. But that's when things will line up, not beforehand.
Right.
I really don't think so.
It's a 3-year wait list for Section 8. Okay, Kelly. I love this, Mary. We will manifest funds for you. Everybody all together now. All right. Yeah, absolutely, Mary.
Wait, I'll pull a manifest card.
That's it. That's
abundance.
It. Yeah. We all need help sometimes. And that's the best thing we can do. Lots of love to you, Sue. Hi, Jen. Can you see anything around me? My spirit guides and the angels, I feel them, and I feel the warmth.
I see yellow. I see a yellow aura. I see a yellow aura radiating from your lower stomach, filling you with gentle love and light. My nose is itching. That's spirit. I feel like they want you to get out in the sun. They want you to get vitamin D. They want you to get out in the sun and let your love shine to others that don't necessarily deserve the love that you're going to shower on them.
Wow.
And it comes
she lives in Las Vegas. Yeah, and it's so hot out, but that would keep you from going out very often. But I think you need to go out. Well, I know you go out with your dog, so there's that.
But while you're out with your dog, allow that love and light to come out of yourself to others, even if it's a simple hi, holding a door, a simple thing. Because the more you give to others, the more it'll light you up.
Well, look at what Rossi says. I love this. The yellow light ray is led by Archangel Jophiel.
Oh.
So, Vicki, look up that. You know what I saw when I shut my eyes, Vicki? That you have a spider monkey that's on your shoulder as a guide. One of your guides is a spider monkey. Obviously, it couldn't be a baboon because you couldn't sit on your shoulder. But, of course, it's etheric anyway. But when I was closing my eyes, that's what I saw. So,
and Vicki said on here, thank you, Jen, goosebumps. I do go out in the sun on the patio. That's great. But something about you filled yourself up with the joy and the happiness and the sun. You need to radiate out to others, which will fill your cup even more.
Now, this blows my mind. She dreamed of spider monkeys a long time. Wow. Yeah. Is it gold or yellow? Oh, thanks, Paul. Yeah. That's amazing. Wow. Oh, Kelly, your kitty went missing. Kitty cat. What's the cat's name? We're going to call it back. Yellow. Okay. Well, that's really awesome.
That's what I was seeing was yellow, not gold. I was seeing yellow. Gold I usually see coming from the heart.
Right. That's true.
More stomach. Lower.
And or auric. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that's 1, 2, 3. That's in your solar plexus, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
That's with that chakra.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Awesome. That's awesome. All right. So we have M for Lita, Maureen, Linda, and Brina. And we're going to do all those before we leave. Okay, everybody. But we can't do any more after that but that
I'm
doesn't
sorry,
mean
guys. I'll be back. I just babbled a little too long.
No. You're fine. Kit, you're so sweet. Thank you, my dear. Thank you. All right. Honey Muffin, Houdini, and other names. Oh, you never want to name your cat Houdini. Oh my God. He disappears. But he does come back usually. Yeah. Anyway, that's all right. I call one of mine a Zoe Choo Choo Train. I don't know why. That's what I call her. Yes, Maureen. We're glad you're here. All right. Any messages for M for Lita? All right. M for Lita. All right. What do we got for you? If you're ready, you can go ahead, but
not yet.
Sound the call about Zoom for new people. Yeah, anybody that is just,
right.
Maybe you opened your channel 2 years ago, but you're fairly new still. It doesn't have to be like yesterday. And you have some questions. He gets out of his harness when no one sees. No wonder why you called him Houdini. All right. All right. The first card I get is drive, and I'm thinking they want you to maybe play some more. This is a golf game. That doesn't mean you have to be a golfer, but I think they're wanting you to get in the car, perhaps go out for a drive, get out into nature, or get out and do something like golf or hiking or camping or something. I don't know if you even do anything like that, but I think what they're doing is trying to get you to get out in nature. And it's important for us to ground ourselves. Something is obstructing the ability for you to do that. And it's a silly obstruction because this person is actually standing on the hose. So he's creating his own obstruction. So if you're not doing it, it's your own obstruction that's holding you back. And oh my God, they're saying you're just going to have a great time if you go out and do something. Honestly, I don't know if that makes sense to you, M for Lita, but it looks like, the fall is here. If it's really hot where you live, maybe it's time to get out there and enjoy the beauty of the day. You're welcome, Leah. All right. Hi, KK.
Hi, M for Lita. What I got for you was yet again the Three of Wands. That must be the theme for today.
Oh, yeah.
And if you look at the Three of Wands, do you see how looks like they're contemplating looking out, contemplating. They got the bird above them. Like what is it that I really want? Where do I want to move forward? How do I want to proceed? Where can I best fit in? The second thing I got was fantasy.
Ooh.
And on the bottom it says daydreaming, imagining, and fantasizing. And I couldn't say that these two went better in any other way. So what is it that you want in the future? What is it that have you opened up enough to allow yourself to dream of what your next step is? Have you even allowed yourself to? If not, I think it's time for your daydreaming to maybe come into fruition. And what little steps can you take to move forward? Because Spirit, here's what you want. Here's what you need. Here's what you desires, but doesn't put forth things into motion until you take the step forth. And so I feel like the contemplation and daydreaming, you have to figure out what it is what you want next. And Spirit will help support you.
Okay. She's dealing with extra stress with her dad's dementia, and it's stopping her travels. It has you stuck. We're feeling that is what we're feeling. Can somebody come for a couple of hours and watch Dad while you just go to the park or, whatever, sit
outside in the backyard,
sit
like,
in the backyard. Yeah.
oh,
Because we have to it's hard to pour from a cup that's empty. In other words, we have to fill up our own cup and then we're able to pour a little bit here and a little bit there. But if it's an empty cup, it's hard to take care of anybody else. And I know it's hard if you don't have others that can help you. But I'm wondering again, if perhaps you can get somebody, if he's on Medicare, or maybe you can get somebody in to do that help. Because that is stressful. It's really bad.
Well, and here's the thing. For me, it's not your cup is half full or half empty. It's that it's refillable. Everybody forgets that. It's refillable.
Yeah. Free refill.
Yesterday you were completely empty and depleted, but today it's all a matter of refilling, even if it's one drop at a time.
Good for you. Love that, Jennifer. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Maureen. Maureen was just saying how she loves community and she feels good when she comes to the chat. Jen and I were talking backstage before we started. Jen loves to say hello, make everybody feel welcome. She always does that as a moderator, and so do many of you. So my moderators are awesome moderators. But we have to balance that, I guess. And I'll type in hi to somebody if they come in later. I try to anyway, just to know that I've seen them. But some people actually have said, please don't do that. Get right to the meat of it. And I'm like, no, I can't not thank my people. Even if some days I can't,
Well, and for me, this community has validated and supported me so much that I want everyone to know I see them. You are seen. That's my key there. It's my little lovable thing.
All right. So, Maureen, you're wanting some kind of maybe go on a trip, or you want some kind of control. In other words, you want to drive your own car. And I don't mean that could be physically or it can be spiritually drive your own car. That you don't have people telling you what to do. You pick where you want to go. You pick when you want to go, that kind of thing. So there's some of that here. I know you're pretty happy where you live, but, maybe sometime you'll be able to also get out and take a ceramics class, or I don't know, whatever might interest you. You are such a unique person, and they're saying the winter season for you is going to be enjoyable, and they want you to enjoy it, maybe even enjoy it where you're living with those folks, because even though they might be a lot older than you, you can relate to some of the things that they say and do. And finally, it says you're going to start getting invitations, or a message will be coming in, because you got the wax seal, and that's like a seal of approval. So looks like you've got some things coming up, Maureen. I love it. Yeah.
I agree with the travel. I got jovial.
Oh.
And the color is pink. Isn't that beautiful?
Oh. It is. Oh my goodness.
I kind of feel like that's what's going to happen when you go on your little trip here.
Yeah, she's going to
spread your wings.
She's going to Michigan next weekend. How about that?
Okay, so when you go to Michigan, yes, you're going to spread your wings and have fun and let go of the stress and everything. But I feel like it's going to do more for you self-care wise. The next one I got was twin flame, but that's not necessarily like a relationship, like, a significant other. I don't know if you're going with someone or you're seeing someone or like a friend or something, but it says on here, mirroring shared feelings and reflections. So I feel like, here's the other card. The other card I got was past life, but it's deja vu.
Yeah.
Repeated patterns and karmic lessons. I guess to me, this is, I don't know if you see that, walking down a new pathway, adventuring through a new city. It wasn't so much what I saw on here. It was more the adventures that I feel like you're going to have. And I want you to to spread your wings and explore things, but fill your cup up as you're out, not just walking through the day. I want you to fill your cup up and notice the little things, because the things are going to come to you while you're out adventuring.
She said she's going to see her heart daughter. So there you go.
Oh,
there you go. Makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
Daughter in love.
Hi, Mary Starshine. All right. We're at the end of the show we were doing with Jennifer. And thank you to everybody that came in. We have a couple more questions we're going to answer. So we're going over a little, but I can't take any new ones right now. KK said before she came to the show, she was meditating in the hay barn. And before she hopped on the show, she was giving so much gratitude for this YouTube community. I love and appreciate everyone so much. That makes me so happy. And I hear this on my channel. I hear it on Marina's channel, Val's channel, Valerie's, everybody is really happy to be in this community. And we're happy that you are in it. Linda Swan, I don't think I've read for you before, so we're going to do a reading.
Me either. Yeah. Welcome, Linda.
And Brina will do yours next and close it up a little bit. All right. Oh, you have a dozen hummingbirds, Linda Bishop, out there? Oh, my God. That's all the people on the other side. Thanks, Michelle. Oh, you met your new doggy daughter today, Mary. Oh, what kind of a dog are you getting? Oh, you're in New Zealand. Well, we're glad you're here. Yes. Thank you, Linda. I'm glad you're in New Zealand.
Welcome.
Deanne, didn't we? I think we answered yours first. Thought we did. Okay, Brina. Thank you, honey. Let's see what we get here. All right. So the first card I get is a bee, and I love bees. Bees are very industrious, hardworking, and they work for the team. And they're saying that you will be rewarded for efforts that you are doing. I don't know if it's at a job that you have or just working in general. For instance, cleaning the garage or whatever, it could be that kind of work. But, I'm seeing you buzzing around doing all of that. The next thing I get is that they're saying that they're proud that you're on your spiritual path. And even though you may or may not be Catholic, it has nothing to do with that. It's just the rosary is here. And the rosary is saying, keep your prayers are being answered. Your prayers are being answered and things are moving along in a new direction. Something sudden is about to happen, almost like it comes in with lightning. And it says here, it's unpredictable, but I'm thinking with these other two cards that you have, I'm wondering if your spiritual gifts are going to open up like they did with Jennifer. She always had them, but they kind of spontaneously opened up one day and boom, she was right in the flow. So, all right, there you go.
I got two different things, and I'm not entirely sure how to tie these all together, or if they're two different things I'm getting. I too had point of view. Okay. And on the bottom it says gratitude, assistance, guidance, and understanding. But I feel like it is gifts and spirit opening up, but I feel like you're getting those answers because of someone else. I got two different cards, but it's not so much for me, the cards, it's what I'm feeling. I feel like there's someone in your life that is forcing you to have to look at yourself and decisions you make with the people that are around you, the people that you take their knowledge, take their insight, and whether they're the right ones that you should be valuing their opinion. Because their opinion says nothing of you. It says of them and their opinion. It has nothing to do with you. I kind of got Well, I got obsession, not so much what it is down here, but what I thought was, my first thought was pull another card. So I got chasing.
Oh.
And to go with the viewpoint, I guess I feel like there's someone in your life that's not necessarily someone that is horrible for you, but not necessarily someone you should give your, what's the word I'm looking for? Give your value to them. Give your
Trust or your, yeah. Just be careful.
Yeah, be careful.
Yeah.
Be careful.
No. And we don't know, some days we think somebody's like really wonderful, and then you found out later that's not.
I don't think that they're negative towards you so much. It's just that their own things are clouding the way that they're suggesting things to you, rather than being open and giving you
trust yourself. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's your gut intuition and trusting yourself, Linda.
Right.
Don't have someone tell you, and anybody shouldn't let anyone tell you, that's not true, or you shouldn't think that way, or
don't shit on me.
No.
Don't shit on me.
All right. Anyway, I hope that has some kind of help for you, Linda, and we're happy to have you in our community. We just love each other here so much, and we're glad to have new folks. Thank you. So Brina says, do you see me getting a job full-time with benefits with your new side gig? Ooh, girlfriend.
It can't be negative. It can't be negative because it's a side gig to me. In a side gig, maybe I'm wrong, but in a side gig, you're going after something that has sparked you, that's a talent you have, that's a hidden gem that you can offer others. So I feel one way or another, it's going to light your life one way or another, whether it's financial, whether it leads to a full-time job and benefits, that I'm not entirely sure, but I know it will ignite you and send you on the path you're supposed to be.
I like that.
That's without pulling cards. That's what comes to my head. Sorry.
No, you can do that. That's fine. I'm getting the wax seal again, but I'm getting that you're going to seal a deal, Brina. Something's going to happen. You're going to seal a deal, and it will feel magical. And like Jen said, I pulled this, and she said, usually a side gig is something you really like doing. I do YouTube. She does YouTube, and we still have I still have a job that's crazy, but it brings you the magic that you want in your life because it's something that you're interested in. So I think what you want, tell them what you want, and if it doesn't work out, find another place to go. But it says here there will be movement in that direction, so you will move in the direction of what you want.
Okay, well, I pulled Three of Pentacles. And Three of Pentacles is all about people noticing. Look at the people. They're looking. They're looking at what she's doing. The people are noticing the new endeavor you will be in, or maybe already are in. And in the next one I got with depth. Sorry, I'm moving a little too quick here. And that's about awareness, importance, and value. And I feel like this new endeavor is going to fill you up so much that it's going to catapult you forward. And I don't think it's going to be the path you're anticipating it'll be, but that's the fun of it.
That's true.
Seeing where you go.
She said she'd been trying to manifest it for several months, and she told them in the initial interview, you were right up front then. Yeah. And they know what you want, and you made that very clear. And so you may have to compromise on one thing or two, who knows, because that can happen. But I think it's going to go okay. I really do. Yeah, that's awesome. Well, everybody, I had a marvelous time with Jen.
Me too.
And I would love you to come back whenever you would like.
I will.
Just let me know. And she'll be busy now introducing herself to others on different shows. So please like and subscribe to her channel. And it is in the show notes. But as I say, sometimes if you go directly from the link that's posted in the chat, it looks like you're subscribed, but then you become unsubscribed. So make sure that you go back in later and double check at least. Yeah. And lots of love to everybody. Thank you, Jennifer. I love you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I love you too. I just want everyone, please get your mammograms, please. If you do anything for me, please get your mammograms.
And your colonoscopies, like I did.
And your colonoscopies from one end to the other.
From one end to the other, I know. Thank you, guys. Take care.
Take care, all.
Yep. Bye-bye.
Bye.